I've done a number of experiments with DMP, diastatic malt powder, and if you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm not impressed with it at all. However, last week when I was doing my experiment, I learned that the reason All Trump's flour tastes so much better than grocery store bread flours is because All Trump's mixes in malted barley flour along with regular wheat flour. However, I then made the connection that DMP is nothing but a concentrated powder from malted barley flour or malted barley. And so I hypothesized that if I was to add DMP to regular bread flour, a flour without the malted barley flour mixed in, then it would be enhanced and I would see more benefits to the DMP. Because when I was adding DMP to the All Trump's flour, there were just really basically no benefits at all. I just couldn't tell a difference. I experimented with small amounts of DMP, large amounts of DMP. I could always smell the difference in the dough, but the end result, the pizza crust, was never any different. It didn't really taste different. It didn't look any different. So I thought that if I added DMP to regular bread flour, then I would actually notice a difference. That was my hypothesis. So this is what I did. I made 2 dough balls out of King Arthur bread flour with 5 ingredients: water, flour, yeast, salt, and olive oil. I didn't put sugar in either of them. But then in the second one, I did the same 5 ingredients plus DMP to see what the difference was, if any. And I was totally anticipating a difference. I thought that we'd see a more brown crust. I thought that we'd see a little more flavor. But in the end, take a look, and they look the exact same. I was surprised. I was wrong. I thought DMP would make a difference in the color, and it did not. When I tasted the two, they were almost identical. I think I could taste a little more flavor in the one with DMP. But again, as with All Trump's flour, when I use DMP, any taste difference is just very minimal. And so I was disappointed. I was actually really hoping DMP would improve bread flour, because I don't want to have to always keep buying 50 pounds of All Trumps or 50 pounds of Lancelot or whatever it is. So I was hoping that you could use DMP with bread flour and have the improved flavor, improved color, but that just isn't the case. So that's the conclusion of my experiment. Let me just sum it up. When you're using bread flour, you want to use a little bit of sugar. DMP doesn't do anything for it. If you're using All Trump's flour or some other flour that has malted barley flour mixed in, then you don't need to use sugar or DMP. So that's it. I know I've said this in the past, but my DMP experiments are officially over. They're so over, I'm going to go and throw away my DMP right now as soon as I push stop. So let me know what you think. Thanks.